next week. But moving on to our next matchup, which is another semifinals match here. It's Banana Smoothies versus Hefty Cormorant. We've got some goodness here, okay? Banana Smoothies not in the top 16 coming into this, or they were actually. They're like right on the bubble. They're one of those teams on the bubble. They got 1 point, right? So theoretically, they could be a top 16 team. They're tied for 15th, I think it is, coming into today. But they're going to get some points already. They're going to move up. Now's a chance for them to really make a name for themselves. They've already made a roster change as well. They took out Nash and Tragedies, brought in Xclusive and Neg. We're going to Factory, of course, in game number 1 for Bellas, for game number 2 on King of the Hill, and Skyfell if needed in game number 3. It is the same map pool as the last matchup since it is still a semifinals match. Bans, Glitch, Fixer. Hefty Cormorant, they get rid of Fixer. Glitch is taken out by Banana Smoothies. What are you looking for comp-wise this time around? Trophies on both sides, most likely?
Yeah, I'm looking for what we should have seen coming out of
Cute
Hamster. I'm gonna look for exactly that comp. I'm gonna look for Vi. I'm gonna look for Dahlia. I'm gonna look for Trench, and I'm gonna look for either Kestrel, Anvil. That fourth is the flex, but those basic 3 should be locked in. It's going to be interesting to see. Okay, there we go. So Hefty Cormorant is going to be locking in that comp. And are we going to see no trophies coming out of this side of Banana Smoothies? This is going to be interesting if they decide to go to no trophy comp. Yet again, we saw this not work for Cute Hamster. So if they do opt to go for no, man, Emit Pain locks it in. Man, okay, here we go. This is going to be interesting. Not sure how this is going to go. What's your predictions on it? Give me your predictions, Blue. Now that we've seen the champions or the rogues locked in, what's your predictions?
Listen, I like how My Story's been playing in the past few weeks. He's really improved. He's really made himself one of the top players, I believe, top 10, maybe even top 5 in the game right now. And I like Canny. He's a good guy. I've talked to him outside of just streams and Twitter, and we've exchanged some DMs. He's a really nice guy. But I gotta go with Banana Smoothies, man. It's my homies over there, Pain. I pretty much hang out in Discord with them every day just because we play Ark a lot. Okay. I don't know if you've ever played Ark. We just catch dinosaurs together.
No, never.
We basically that's all we do. We just catch dinosaurs and then we make them have babies so we can have stronger dinosaurs so we can kill other people and steal their.
I'm gonna go with the side of Hefty Cormorant. I think
I gotta go with my dinosaur buddy.
Oh my goodness!
What just happened here?
That had to have been a mistake. I don't know.
All right, see what happens when I gas My Story. You see what happens, Rome?
Hey, look, man. Oh my goodness, the bounce nade. Not able to connect, though. That looked like it was going to be close. Now, right now, this is a basic setup. It looks like a slow A push, kind of a stalemate. Nobody wants to lose this first round. Now, the Kestrel didn't buy a stem, didn't buy a nade, so the Kestrel either has only padded steps or is just saving her money that way that she can make sure she has a gun that second round. That might be the strategy, unless the padded steps was the choice. I'm kind of interested to see, actually, which one he did pick, because it is kind of important if they do lose this first round. And right now, just setting up while this rotation to B is coming through. Still slow. Everything's slow right now. Trophy's going to be coming out. Smoke going to be coming out. That means that they are going to be committing to this one. And that plant is going to be coming. Now, it's not planted for cylinder. It's a basic plant. There's no anvil. So you don't have to worry about that. But right now, these next 50 seconds are so important. Utility is going to be everything. Can't get zoned out like that. Already dropping 12 health just to the Vi poison. So dangerous, man. Here we go.
Only 88 max health for this Trench now as he's going to try and make his way through. Barbs on the side of where the bomb is usually planted there behind the little box. Now pushing up to B1 on their side. They're able to find 1. They find 2. Xclusive and Ghorilla no longer in the fight. Emit Pain finally goes down, and that will be the rest of the attacking side as the bomb will get defused in round number 1. Will go in favor of the defense, who again have the Trench, the only man with trophies in the game so far.
Yeah, and that was just a great retake. A lot of patience, but at the end of the day, best West player was able to do what he does.
Best
Wide
West
swing
player.
On that final player. Yeah, man. Shout out to PStory. Hey, look, he changed his name. The man calls himself the best West player until it's proven wrong. At least in this month. The main
All right,
event.
I am
We'll wait and see how
begging.
things happen.
I am begging for a rule where people cannot change their names.
I think it's kind of cool. Some people, they're feeling themselves some months.
Yeah,
they change
it's
it to
cool.
that.
It's cool for them. Okay, Rome, not for us. We're trying to keep up with the scene here, and we're like, oh, best West player. Who is this? He must be a new player. Oh, man, he plays just like my story. Oh, wait,
Hey, look, even I changed my name yesterday. I changed my name from Rome DMV TV to I'm a caster. Why? Because I'm a caster, man. So if you take the L, you lost to a
Okay, all right. Speaking of casting, let me get back on it here. The Halo drones finish off Ghorilla, who was taken out by the pistol there to begin with. Bomb still not planted and also not in their possession. It's a long ways deep into that enemy territory. Trench Barb has gone up on top of it. And look at the Kestrel, my story, playing on that A site. Look at this. You can see the trip mine coming through the wall. You see that, Rome?
Yeah, letting them know, look, you're not.
It's not being activated, though. Technically, if it shows through the wall, it should blow up, right?
Bounce I don't believe so.
Doesn't find any damage from it. He's going to have to jump over, but two people in his face. Does he know there's one behind him? Oh, he got taken out. Now he's pushing through.
Wow.
They can get the bomb here, and they can get a plant. Never mind who's that. It's who's that with the pistol, taking him out. Kestrel does get revived by the Dahlia. That's the curse of the link there, and then gets taken out once again. Bomb was dropped, and it's in an even harder place now on the other side of the box, even deeper in enemy territory as the rest of the kills come through. Second round goes to the defense.
Yeah, and once that bomb went down, they were able to put the barbed wires on it. It was just not going to be an easy break for that team 3v4. That was just extremely unfortunate. You're trying to get as many rounds as you can on offense. This is a very defensive-sided map, So like you said, shouldn't be too surprised, but you do need to get at least a couple rounds. We can't see it 7-0 like we did Cute Hamster. You can't expect a 7-0 and expect to come back and everything will be all good to go. But my question is how many rounds do you actually think that they are going to be able to get with this Seeker on the offense? Now, we talked about the comps that we should see. Seeker wasn't even mentioned. So the fact that Seeker is here, what do you think about them pulling out the Seeker?
They're just looking for intel here. Didn't want to bring out the Talon. Dallas not very used on this map as well. So if you're going to go with the intel, I think you go with the man with the arrow. Can cover multiple people. Who's that? Finds Ghorilla. Finds Xclusive. Both of them will be finished off. Two members standing now. Emit Pain trying to just play a little bit further back here. His teammate's going to go down. Neg gets taken out. Emit Pain falls shortly after. And once again, the defense able to wipe out the enemy team and get a defuse successfully. 3-0 for the defensive team in Hefty Cormorant.
And you can see the second that they get that bomb down, they are just util dumping them because there's no trophies there. The second they said, go ahead, plant the bomb, please, because that means at least two of you are past that L box. So the second you plant, we throw everything we have at the L box. And then there's nowhere for you to go. And then we can pinch you every single time. And they've had done that already, 2 times already. Looking to make it a third or a fourth right here. They've done it 2 times on the B site that they've went to. 1 time when they went to the A site, and now the offense, I don't know where you're supposed to go. The Seeker can really only help you figure out where people are, but it's not going to be able to help you as much as some other rogues like a Trench or things like that to keep you alive, honestly.
Look at this. You're seeing melees coming through to get rid of these trophies. 1 went through, 2 went through. Will they have to use anything for the third one, or will he hold it? Tear gas is going to prevent them from pushing for the time being as effectively as they would have hoped. And look at the aggression. The Vi poisons go down, and just before he touched it, Dahlia is able to roll back. They will get a bomb planted. Trench just sitting inside the main doorway on the right side of the objective from the defensive side of point of view. Has a trophy set up. Barb comes out. They're able to get 1 knock onto Emit Pain. He's one of the only 2 people on their team with a knock in the time being. Checking behind the wall. Drones No good. Land on the top of that wall as he tried to get it over the jump wall. Now shots coming through. Ghorilla finds one onto Cannibals. Can they get the revive? They are pushing very aggressively, and Ghorilla falls there. Oh my goodness. Once again, they find the team wipe and the defuse. Looking flawless so far, Hefty Cormorant.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful stuff coming out of this squad yet again. Just amazing stuff with the retake, man. They're just making it look easy, being patient as you see PStory, and he is on that Kestrel feeling very comfortable, popping those stims, getting right back into these fights. You know, the Kestrel didn't even land, but they were still able to retake without it, as it did hit the top, like you said, man. Unfortunate, because that probably was going to be a kill.
Kresnik talked about last week how Pain pretty much had to be the hero every single round. It doesn't look like that's the case right now, but it's not a sustainable way to play the game effectively, and that is showing. They've brought in two different players this week in Xclusive and Neg, and they are not looking like they are contributing as much as they would have hoped at this time. 0 knocks for the two of them combined through 4 rounds, as Pain has 1, Ghorilla with 3 himself. Now the drones are starting to come through from the Kestrel on the attacking side through that A site, but it doesn't find anything, not even a tick of damage to a single person, as Trench and Dahlia back up now. They're still playing inside main, right off of that little bend there with the half wall. Had the Trench barb up. That got taken out, as well as the trophies. Now more utility coming out. Smokes on both sides coming out from the Dahlia, but a grenade in her face, most likely with tenacity, saved her life. Emit Pain, where is he? Because he just found Cannibals, and who's that? Another one fell, and Xclusive walks through the door and finishes off Trench and Dahlia with the Riptide. First round here, finally on the board for Banana Smoothies. Things are all but smooth for them right now.
Yeah, you know, able to get that first round. And like you said, you got to win the rounds that you're not supposed to. That's one. Now, let's see if they can get 2 more back-to-back to make it a 4-3. If it's 4-3 going into this defensive side for them, it's an even game. You know, it could be anyone's game if it's that point spread going into the halftime. Now, right now, Cannibals sitting on 0 downs, even though they are winning. Gonna need a little bit more out of him, even though he is the Trench, you know, keeping his players protected, making sure that everyone's good to go. The barbed wire being extremely effective already. So it's not just the damage that matters. It's not just the downs that matters. Sometimes it's the little things that matters. And right now, PStory able to get 1 big down on Ghorilla. That's the first down of the round. They have to hand res that, trying to finish it off with the Kestrel ult, not able to. That res going to be coming through. Man, that's kind of rough because now you have no Kestrel ult and you still have to
doesn't have a bounce nade or any syringes as well. He has used pretty much everything in his kit. He's going to have to rely solely on that Riptide in his hands, even the pistol if it comes down to it. Nice syringe being popped there by Xclusive. His drones will come out, a little bit of damage before he's able to get out of the way. That's my story, who had to get out of the way of those drones. He did take 24 damage to it, but he's quickly healed back up. He does have 2 syringes. I did make that mistake. He had 1 that he used there. Just used the second one as well, I believe. Now get some shots onto the Dahlia, but he got away and through the middle. Woo! Still hanging on the wall. Look at Ghorilla getting very aggressive. Loses that fight, and now Emit Pain's going to have to push through. Has his teammate Dahlia walking through main with them as well, but none of them can survive. The bomb has been dropped. Only 1 member stands for the attacking side of Banana Smoothies, and it's Xclusive on the Kestrel with no drones, no bounce nade. He finds 1 knock onto the enemy Kestrel, but it wasn't enough. The rest of the team collapsed.
Yeah, just great plays all around coming out of PStory, man. He was able to survive, win the big 1v1 when he was already weak on the site. That was just a great play, taking out Ghorilla right there. And that's a 5-1 advantage now. Final round. Now, this is a big round. It's either going to go 5-2 or 6-1. 5-2, you know, it's doable. You might be able to come back. But 6-1, that's where things are starting to look rough, where you feel like you can't lose any rounds because all you could give up is 1 max. That second round will send you into the next match. 5-1 advantage right now. Big plays. Want to see better use of util. I'm still interested to see how they're using this seeker. I guess they're using it to watch the flanks with the sensor darts, which is a good play. Now PStory is pushed up pretty far. He's going to be moving back toward the site. Smart play out of him as he was about to get caught out. The bow is going to be coming out, is going to be revealing that player on that hop over wall. The trench is there as well with the trophies, making sure they can't do any back out smoke plays, smoking out that back big door. Nice plays coming out of the trench. Now Emit Pain looks like he is going to be creeping up. Does see one already rotating. Looking at this second player, doesn't see him quite yet. Now the bomb is going to be over here on the Dahlia's back as they are swinging over to this B side. But Neg does go down, and that is the Dahlia, so that means they're going to have to hand-res this one. And usually when they have to hand-res, you see teams start to push up. Looks like they are going to be letting them get the res off as they say, you know what, you still have to plant the bomb. And they're feeling good right now on defense if they're not going to be pushing off of that.
A lot of util has been used from both teams. Oh my goodness, Canny. So he finds a quick knock onto Emit Pain. Can they even get that revive? No, sir. The only member standing next to him was Vi, and he got taken out very quickly as well. And then they just flooded on both sides through L-Box onto the last member standing, the Dahlia, that is being Neg. We're going to halftime, and it's 6-1 in favor of Hefty Cormorant. Something you said that is very difficult to come back from if you go into that half with this kind of score.
Yeah, and now I want to see if they are going to do something interesting on offense or if they're going to keep it simple. Keep it basic. Have the trophies. It looks like they are going to have the trophies. It looks like Cannibals is going to be on the trench. Who's that on the Dahlia? Gotti on the Vi, and I'm guessing PStory is going to be back on that Kestrel. And there it is, going to be locking it in. Looks like the Anvil on the defense going to be coming out. 5 trophies going to be coming out on this defensive side now for the side of Banana Smoothies. So 5 trophies versus 3. It's going to be interesting later in the stages in this game. If it goes further than 2 rounds, it's going to be very interesting. How are you feeling about this composition, having the Anvil as well now?
I mean, we saw Anvil Trench be a big part of success on the defensive side in our last matchup for DNR versus Cute Hamster. So I like it here as well. You have twice as many trophies almost, being 5 at full capacity instead of just 3 from the trench. We saw how well they were able to place those trophies on both sides and how well they were able to kind of split as well. You can send Anvil to A, send Trench to B. You can play very effectively that way as well. Shield was clutch for their retake about 3 or 4 times as well. Trying to get that barb over. First one doesn't go. Second one did, but it got destroyed from the trophy on the other side. Trying to break through this defensive wall that Emit Pain is holding alongside Dahlia being Neg. Nice shots coming out. Can he find any of these downs? He will find one. And while he was doing that, where did Vi go? Jump over the wall on the side of him?
Wow. Yeah, just jumped over behind him. Was able to take him out. And they take out 2 other players as well. And now it is only going to be this Kestrel. She's going to get taken out by a C4. And man, that is 7-1 now. Yikes.
Yikes is right. 7-1. They had a little bit of an advantage with Pain getting a knock, but it was all for naught as Vi just jumped over the wall while he was ADS'd. Couldn't even notice. Shot him in the back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vi's making some big plays out here. Gotti is a very good player. 15 assists on the Vi. Man, Gotti doing work right now. 21 elims. On the other side, it's looking very, very broke, as you like to say, as they're all floating around $63,000. Other squad, $20,000, $30,000 more than them already. It's just looking very, very slow for them right now, as they're down 7-1, needing some miracle-like plays to happen. Because right now, Hefty Cormorant is locking it up extremely well.
Couple pot shots coming out from Gotti here, seeing if he can get anything to hit on the Pain. Trophy takes out one barb. I don't think he's going to try and throw another one here. He doesn't want to lose both his barbs very early, especially to a trophy. He did throw his other one, it looks like, right there to the bottom, right above that little half wall there as we were spectating Dahlia. Right on the other side of the corner. He did.
There are 5
he's
trophies.
Made some adjustments. He barbed wired himself on that jump wall box. So Vi can't do what she did the round before. I like it. Getting a little bit smarter here. And this is what I was talking about. Double trophy setup. You can go on both sites at the same time. You can make them use their util on both sites, saying, hey, they're over here. I'm going to throw a smoke. No, they're over here. Let me throw a smoke over here. Both of them get destroyed. Barbed wire getting destroyed by Pain's APSs as well. By Poison comes to Cubby. And now they're starting to push in. Who's that did find Pain, but the trade happened. And it's no longer a trade as Cannibals was being able to get linked by the Dahlia. So she gets picked up very quickly. Now he's pushing inside Main. He knows he's alone. Woo! He's just trying to get a knock trade there. It won't happen. And now, look at the defense coming in. Surviving another round here, Rome. 7-2.
Yeah, able to hold on by the skin of their teeth. That was a close 1v1. If Candy was able to win that 1v1, it might have been looking a little bit grim. Would have been a 2v2, but they were able to win it as the Anvil did come over, get him some help from his teammate. Nice plays coming out of them. Good defensive round. You know, we got to see a little bit more of it, but, you know, we'll see how things keep on going. They were able to get that big first knock and finish it, which was massive. Now, when we saw Candy throwing those barbed wires over the top, there are 5 trophies that they have to get rid of if they want to try to do a smoke play, use their Vi's, their Vi poisons, things like that. So he might have actually just been trying to get rid of those trophies with it, just saying, you know what, offensive barbed wire, don't need it too much. It doesn't do damage yet. Let me go ahead and throw these over, get rid of these trophies. That way these smokes can work a little bit better for us. And a Kestrel as well. You know, it's gonna be interesting though. Right now, Xclusive just holding down that B site, locking it down, trying to make sure nothing sneaky happens. Right now, it looks like Candy is going to be wasting one of his barbs, trying to figure out if there is a second one there. Yes, he does see here the second one. He sees a third one as well. Going to be calling that out to his teammates, saying, "Look, we need to burn one more trophy, or else we aren't going to be able to do this smoke play over the wall to the big door." Claymore is going to be coming out. Now, this could be risky if they end up throwing a grenade on that Claymore and blowing it up.
Nice shots from Candy there. He didn't have many downs coming into this round, but now he's starting to change that whole momentum for himself as he finds 3 quick downs himself with just the pistol in his hand. He ends up getting picked up by the Dahlia Link as well. It's a 4v2. Found 3 knocks. One of them did get revived off the side of Cubby here. Ghorilla Xclusive, last 2 members alive. Gonna have to try and make a play. 25% through that bomb timer as it has been planted and started. Not too long to go here. Doesn't have too much time. They still have the ability to drop the Anvil shield. This is for all the marbles. This is for the game. If they lose this round, they have to go to game 2. They have to make it up in the King of a Hill before they can take it back. Just reloading through smoke, trying to walk through Cubby, seeing if she can see anything, gather any intel. Where's Anvil? Well, he just died a few seconds earlier, which means Kestrel's all alone versus 3. She gets the knock onto Who's That, but it's not enough because she ends up falling right after 8-2, I believe it was, in favor of Hefty Cormorant. They continue their dominance through the bracket, just like Cute Hamster did for the first 2 weeks, as well as Hefty Cormorant. So one more game, and they get their 3rd straight rematch here.
Oh yeah, it's one more map. You know, one more map. They were able to get that one. That was a big one right there. The way they were able to do it as well, you love to see it. Like you said, some solid players. You know, Emit Pain, Gogurt, things like that. Looks like they might have to tweak things a little bit more, maybe going into the main event. But this team, definitely a solid team, and Hefty Cormorant was able to make light work of them, it seemed like, able to take that one pretty handily on the factory. Now, we are going to be going to King of the Hill, like you said. Now, King of the Hill, this is a mode that Hefty Cormorant is probably feeling extremely confident in. They have a bunch of players that constantly are playing King of the Hill 8s. They're constantly practicing. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. PStory, he has played. They have 8s matches that go down for King of the Hill to practice now that it's in competitive. In the last 4 days, PStory has played 95 8s matches of King of the Hill, and he's won 67 of them. And these are 8s matches where you can get anyone on your team. The teams are sometimes unfair, sometimes fair. But to win that many matches out of the amount of times that you play, that is why so many competitive players are giving him the respect, saying that he is, if not the best, one of the best King of the Hill players in this game today. The guy grinds it. He loves the game mode. And he's on Hefty Cormorant, and they're already up 1-0 heading into this Favelas match. So I'm excited to see how they're going to be executing, if they're going to be able to seal it here, or if we're going to be heading to a third map of Skyfell. What do you think, Blue? What are your thoughts?
I think they closed it out here. They looked perfect last week in their King of the Hills, except for against Cute Hamster, obviously. But other than that, they didn't drop a single round in their first 2 matchups of King of the Hill. We do have our bans coming up. Kestrel and Fixer being banned. Banana Smoothie saying, you can't get Kestrel, my story, which does leave Sigrid open. Could we see that come into play?
I think there is a small chance that we see Sigrid come into play. My guess is that if he's not going to be playing Lancer, if he's going to give Who's That the Lancer, my guess is he's going to be on the Talon yet again. The Talon has life drain. Talon has tracker rounds. The LMPX, it can shred from far range and from close. It can win a bunch of gunfights as well as the intel. We've already seen him play it on Windward, where I thought he was going to play the Lancer, but he gave it to Who's That there. So I'm guessing that we're going to be seeing a Chalk. We're going to be seeing a Lancer. We're going to be seeing a Vi. And we're probably going to be seeing, as the last one, it's probably an Anvil. Anvil's not banned. So yeah, we're probably going to be seeing an Anvil as that 4th one. So I'm excited to see what rogue PStory is going to be on this time. He's been terrorizing people in King of the Hill. He's got his pick of the litter, per se. And it looks like he is going to be feeling very comfortable on one of the maps that he excels at extremely well. So this team in Hefty Cormorant, led by Canny, their IGL. Let's see what they got in store for us, man. Favelas, King of the Hill. It's going to be fun.
All right. After all of that information you just gave us.
Yeah.
I want to see Adema. That's about it.
The day we see Adema. The day we see
Adema already.
Soka's pulled it out a couple times. I think he's the only one that pulls it out.
I meant on broadcast. No. Baboon Gang. They have used it.
Really?
Times. Yes.
Really? Interesting. Well, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Did they win with the Dema?
They did win with the Dema in Strikeout and King of the Hill Strikeout a few weeks ago in the May 10k. They used Dema on Attack in Demolition last week against Hefty Cormorant, but they were already down 7-0, so
yeah, might have been just a throw-in pick at that point. So that's interesting. But hopefully we'll see Dema work his way back into comp. He's definitely going to be getting a little bit of a buff in this next patch out of the patch notes.
Most definitely, I wouldn't say a little bit. I'd say a lot. Mamba's getting buffed. His ult's getting buffed.
Yeah, gonna be having Stalker. It's gonna be nice. Gonna be able to. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
Can't wait for the Demo players to sneak up behind someone and. Merv
They didn't give him padded steps. They didn't give him padded steps, though. If they would have given him padded steps, then
in King of the Hill, it's very hard to hear steps regardless.
That is very true. That is very true.
There's so much chaos happening. There's so much everything happening at once, right? So much noise.
That's why looking for a Lancer is such a hard thing in King of the Hill. If you leave that Lancer open, that Lancer is going to be coming from a direction. You might kill her right over here. 8 seconds later, she'll be behind you right over here. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We saw that from Who's That today on King of the Hill on Windward in our last matchup. So We could see it again. What is Hefty Cormorant going to be using here? I mean, judging by what they've used in the past, what do we have banned again? It's Anvil
Fixer and
and
Kestrel.
Fixer. I mean, they've gone, or no. Yeah, it's Kestrel Fixer, excuse me. That's two of their like go-to rogues for King of the Hill.
Yeah. The great thing about King of the Hill, though, is that there's a bunch of characters that are considered A or S tier, and there's still 4 of them available. You know, there's still obviously the Lancer, there's still the Vi, there's still the Chalk, and there's still the Anvil. Like you said, if it's not banned, it's probably going to be picked if you want a better chance of winning. So not sure who's going to be on each of those rogues. It's going to be interesting to see if they even run the rogues. You know, oh, there we go, a Phantom coming out, and it looks like is the Seeker going to be coming out over the Anvil. So it looks like we're not going to be having an Anvil on the map. This might be the first time that we don't see it picked or banned. Very interesting. What do you think about this, man? The Seeker over the Anvil on one side, and then we got the Phantom over the Anvil on the other side. What's your thoughts, man?
I'm so upset there's no Demo. No, but I like the Chalks. Chalk, Vi, show that aggression. We did see Highlight play this last match on Favelas as well. So it's something that can be aggressive. It's something that can win gunfights in these close quarters and these tight spaces. Think about that third objective. It's so small. You flashbang someone in there, and then you get up close and personal with a D40C, especially if you're raged up as Chalk. I don't want to be in that garage when that happens.
Oh, yeah. And this break is extremely important right here, as Xclusive going to be opening this button. Actually going to be making sure he's pressuring the tree. A nice kill on Canny. Big down coming out of him. Going to be popping that rage. Flanking already into this hill. Trying to flash anyone back there. Is able to connect on one, but they do need to get them out of this first L. Vi Poisons is going to be coming out. And Xclusive going to be dropping like a fly. And they're already having 25 points on this hill. Not looking like it's going to be broken anytime soon as this final gunfight coming through. But Gogurt is able to win it, finishing off Gotti right there. And now Neg on the Phantom is going to be pulling up with this Nightshade, going up to top tree. Only 15 seconds left on this hill. Still fighting for that top tree position. Now going to be dropping down, playing for this next hill, trying to make sure that he has that good position. Xclusive takes out Gotti. One drops down in river. Simtex coming out, gets him down to 30. Need to go crazy as PStory does get played like a fiddle as they do loop around, able to take him out. Nice bait coming out of Neg. And PStory is on his patented Lancer, feeling extremely, extremely good.
Oh, Neg gets taken out there, and now MyStory finds one with the 24S. Gotti found another one with the Incend, and it is just kill after kill coming through for the side of Hefty Cormorant. They look really good. I can't wait to see if they end up winning this and they go up against Cute Hamster with Who's That on their team instead of Joker this time. Will it be a little bit of a different story? Took them to an 8-7 in that first game last weekend, but this time around, they're going to have to try and get past Banana Smoothies, and it is going pretty smoothie for them at the time as they're up 1-0. They're up pretty convincingly here. I wouldn't say too large of a lead, but it's starting to grow. Just as I say that, the Cannibals trying to break back in. Waiting for the respawns from his team. Ghorilla, the only man left in there by himself. He's going to get taken out, and now this is when the objective will flip. And it is going to be that fourth and last one, Rome. The one that's difficult, the one that's hard. We don't even have anyone past 70 points right now. And the last objective is on the board.
Yeah, it's gonna be close right now. Hefty Cormorant controlling this time. We're able to control a whole lot of it right now. PStory is just in the back, making sure that nobody's gonna be coming up this flank. As you can see him, he's in the back corner of the map, ladies and gentlemen, right here, just making sure that his team is holding down this back area that they can't push through it. And they were able to get a 45-point advantage on this hill alone. And they're going to be going into this last hill feeling very comfortable, as they are going to be popping that 100 points right here. And man, still 30 seconds left on this C site. And are they going to be able to get all 30? If they get all 30, they're only going to be 15 points away from winning. And that might be the case as Xclusive trying to rotate over to Next. But my goodness, they're not able to get ult or position on Next. And right now, Hefty Cormorant is putting on a clinic, to say the least. They are up by 70 points now. And we are going to be heading into this last hill in just 5 seconds right here. And they are only needing 25 points to secure this entire game. Man, enemy squad going to need to hold it for essentially the whole time if they want any chance of winning this one. Right now, they're just holding it extremely well.
To break through this defense. This zone that is being held is excruciating at the time. Look at the points. 50 points for Banana Smoothies. Haven't gotten a single point since, I think, maybe the second objective at this rate. Maybe the third. They did get a couple points there, I guess, but still nothing being shown here. The round will end, and it will go in favor of Hefty Cormorant. Look at the difference in eliminations. Not the downs. The downs, they're not too far behind, right? 9, 9, 7, 5. Then you got 5, 5, 2, 4. Yeah. Pain with only 2 to his name. But I was going to say, Xclusive, Neg, they haven't played the game competitively in a long time. Maybe that's why they're not able to keep up. But then again, Pain, Ghorilla, they're not looking as great as they have in the past tournament. I mean, Pain has been pretty much going crazy in every tournament for the past couple weeks. But now he's kind of been silenced here by the rest of Hefty Cormorant.
Yeah, you know, going up against a Lancer in... No! PStory just got a triple Simtex down off the rip and finishes off the final one. That's a 4-piece for PStory, showing why he's one of the best. He jumped through that Simtex. That is disgusting to be able to land that kind of a Simtex. Oh my goodness. Just showing over and over again why he's considered the best King of the Hill player in the game right now. Watching that zip line, takes out 2 with the life drain and the nightshade. My goodness, PStory, don't do it to him. As right now they are holding this hill and not letting them get a single point. My goodness, PStory is writing his story right now, saying I'm trying to get to finals and I want finals now. 4 minutes away, he can smell it. And they're at 45-0. They might get this entire time, go all the way up to 58 going into this next B hill. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Gotti does win the big 1v1 on the final person trying to push. And now PStory on the Lancer does have his ult, not opting to use it, does get taken out. Close kill. Needed a teammate to help take him out right there. Right now, Neg able to get these first points for their team. Finally on the board. Gotti yet again coming from this top side, going to be throwing that molly, trying to make sure that they are zoned off to where there's only a certain amount of places they can be on the site to take them out easily, as his teammates are going to be flanking. Great plays coming out of him. Gotti just holding this top tree, now going to be coming into this river, trying to do a little sneak play, trying to make a pinch on one player. Cannibals able to take down 2 on the site. Big plays coming out of him. Who's that? Going crazy. And they're able to retake the site, ladies and gentlemen.
And what a way they were able to retake that. Now, who's that? Walking up and hitting the zip line to go back towards tree. Finds one, jumps back off just to get back on the objective and gain some points. This is not like Strikeout, everyone. You got to have somebody on the objective to gain some points. And speaking of objective, already fighting over this third objective, or the location where that third point will be. A little bit of garbage time left over for the side of Hefty Cormorant, as they now have 88 and climbing, only 24 for the side of Banana Smoothies, and things are just not looking good for them at all throughout the entire matchup now, as Pain will get taken out from behind once again. Lancer on Lancer should be a crime in my story. He's the one putting in all the work. Like you said, found that triple Semtex. Could be one of the best in the game for King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Neg, though, with the grenade prime, tries to throw it through. He is stuck in tear gas. Can't really effectively take any shots. And now tries to go through the back towards sewer off the back of truck. Throws a sensor drone. Does detect one. They find Lancer on the back of the pickup truck. But guess what? Oh my goodness. This objective's not going to be here for much longer. 25 seconds. If they can get all of that, They should be in an okay position, still down
Y-
by a ton
But
going into that
Hefty isn't
next
even
hill.
worried about it. They're heading to
Yeah.
D Hill. They're saying, look, you can have that 20 seconds of scrap time. You guys are still going to be down 50. And look, they're giving up the scrap time. They're giving up the scrap time to go fight a hill that's already completely set up. This is going to be interesting. They need to get this right on the first time, or else the game's going to end right here. And right there, Gotti does go down to Exclusive. That's the way they need to start it off. PStory is able to take out one. Another player does drop. 2 trades coming down. We got ourselves a 2v2 on the site. 2 players are going to be rushing back. So they're buying time now. And that's a big win coming out of Emit Pain. Was able to pick up that Sahara gun and down Canny. Good plays coming out of him, but it doesn't matter as they retook the site
Gotti got the
regardless.
triple, man.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what
plays.
Payne does there. Gotti got the triple. And now, PStory looking to find some more. Last hill, 149. Just need one more tick on this objective. And that's it. They got it right there. Someone bled out, and they were able to win that just as easily. One tick away. They got it right there at the end. 150 is the score you got to get in order to win the round, unless he goes to overtime or sudden death, excuse me. But 2-0, Hefty Cormorant beat out Banana Smoothies. And then in the match, they beat him 2-0. As they beat him in the demolition, pretty convincingly. And then they pretty convincingly beat them in the King of the Hill again. Let's take a look at the series layout. Demolition, 8-2 in favor of Hefty Cormorant. King of the Hill, 2-0. That's the game we just finished watching. Hefty Cormorant will move on to the finals for this week. Banana Smoothies, well, if Hefty Cormorant can win today's tournament, Banana Smoothies will get third place. But DNR on the other side, waiting to see if they get third place or fourth, depending on how Hefty Cormorant finishes against Cute Hamster for the 3rd week in a row now, Rome. 3rd week in a row. But before we get to our next matchup, tell us what you liked from Banana Smoothies versus Hefty Cormorant in that second semifinal we got to watch today.
You know, Banana Smoothies, they did a decent job in the demo. It just seemed like once they got the bomb down, things started to fall apart early on, and then they just weren't really able to do much to push PStory off of this bomb site at A whenever he was playing over there. Just great plays coming out all around as they were able to set up everything, wide swing these players correctly. Just great stuff coming out of Canny, winning that 1v1 there as they were able to get onto the site. Just all around great plays. Exclusive able to down that player. But man, PStory was just the name. He was the show. This map right here, man. But Neg was still trying to do his best, man. Locking things down, able to secure this B site. You know, but then he ran into a wild PStory. He had to give him the jukes real quick. You know, teammate helped take him out right there. Nice plays coming out of him. Nice awareness. Big brain plays. Then we got Exclusive on the chalk doing what he does. He loves that chalk play, man. But PStory with the triple down, with that Simtex, and finishing off the last one to get that 4-piece. Who's that? Life draining off the zip line hip fire. Love to see it, man. Just great plays every single round coming out of this team and Hefty Cormorant. Nice little turn on right there from Neg onto PStory. But it just wasn't enough, man. It wasn't enough as it came down to this final hill yet again. And they were able to get that 150 score. Man, making King of the Hill look kind of easy here.
Yes, indeed. I mean, once again, Hefty Cormorant take out Banana Smoothies 2-0. They beat them 8-2 in the demolition, 2-0 in the King of the Hill. So overall, they will be moving on